It's just what I thought. Ed is unconsciously repressing some of his memories or distorting them. But did he block things out himself or with the help of someone else? Yes, Claire was avoidant when I asked her about Ed's past. What if she played a part in that repression by being elusive, keeping quiet, pretending certain things never happened? What if Ed, aside from fulfilling his father's dream of becoming a writer, followed in his footsteps in other ways? What if, by driving himself off a bridge, Ed was trying to copy his father? Yes, it would make sense, unfortunately. What about his mother? How does one deal with a situation like that? What if a possible sibling Ed has never mentioned is one of the memories he's repressing? Too many questions. I hope Robert has some answers.
Mrs. Lomas, is there anything I can get you?
You don't do dinners by any chance, do you?
No, but there is a wonderful restaurant in Santa Anita, about 5 miles from here.
Oh, thank you. I think I'll order in. It's been a long day.
Oh, good luck with that. They don't usually deliver here. I could make you something, if you'd like. Just this one time. I can add it to your bill. Would you like anything in particular?
Anything you have is fine. I'm not picky.
Just give me a few minutes and I'll bring you something, okay?
Hey, sweetie. You must be exhausted. Did you find a motel? You should have let me do it for you.
Exhausted is an understatement.
Okay. Well, just stop me when you're falling asleep. So, tell me, how is Ed?
You know I can't.
But I'm paying for it.
That's not going to work.
No, yeah, of course. I know. But he'll be all right, right?
It's still too soon to tell, but it's not going to be easy.
Hey, dish the dirt. So, what do you think of his Aunt Claire?
Have you known her for long?
Just over the phone these last few days, but hey, don't change the subject.
I don't know. I think she's hiding something.
Yeah, I totally get it. Well, I have some bad news.
She's not hiding anything?
She called me a little while ago. On the one hand, she says you're very professional, and she likes how punctual and responsible you are.
Oh, and the bad news?
She's thinking about moving things out of Ed's room so you can bring in the equipment.
Does she think I'm going to use brain scanners?
No, I don't think so. No, physical therapy equipment. Walkers and stuff. I don't think she realizes you're a psychiatrist or psychologist. What is it? I always forget.
Both.
Really? Well, the lady has a whole different picture.
I still don't understand why that's a bad thing. Hold on. Ed hates psychiatrists. I'm sure Claire does too.
No, yeah, for sure. When they find out.
Ed already knows and seems okay with it. As for her, time will tell. Give me a second. I need to think.
Yeah, sure. Take your time, sweetie. I'm in no hurry. Although I did order some dinner, and it should be here any minute now.
Tell me about Ed's parents.
Well, don't know much. His mother died in a car accident.
What?
And his baby sister.
So she had it.
And his father killed himself.
I figured. How?
He jumped from a bridge.
And you didn't think to tell me this before?
Well, no, it just slipped my mind.
Ed is following in his father's footsteps, and I'm sure his first episode of Vertigo came as a result of that trauma.
Yeah, rings a bell.
Robert.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
How did you meet Ed?
Through a mutual friend, one of his college professors. She gave me his manuscript. I loved it, and we met up. The novel was a diamond in the rough, but it needed a lot of editing. Lucky for him, he was talking to the best editor in Los Angeles. It was a few months' worth of work. He would come over, we'd read, talk, drink.
You said you and Ed haven't been as close lately.
No. Not nearly as close as we used to be. We'd write occasionally, but ever since Vera...
Robert?
Yeah, no. Sorry.
Are you all right?
Yeah. No, I don't know. Yesterday... No. The day before yesterday was the anniversary of Veronica's death. I completely forgot about it. It's been 8 years, and that's never happened to me before.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, yeah, it's fine. It's just weird. It's like I remember. You said this would happen, didn't you? In our last session.
Possibly.
Oh, dinner's here. I'll be right back. Ah, takeout. A bachelor's best friend. Hey, how's Lou?
I'd rather not.
Oh my, a visit this late, Doctor?
Oh, come on. I eat too.
Yeah, right. Of course. I'll leave you to it, sweetie.
Bon appétit.
Talk soon, yeah? Bon appetit.
Mrs. Lomas, your dinner's gonna get cold. All right, kid. Let's go.
You should have told me first.
Adam. You know the protocol. It's there for a reason. And no one is above it.
I should have heard it from you, not by accident.
Kid.
We have to find my aunt.
We'll find your aunt.
She's alive, right?
I hope so. Harley is getting ready for the biggest search party you've ever seen, Adam. We've already got over 100 volunteers coming. We'll find her. All right? Let's go.
Sure you don't want me to go down there?
I've done this before. Just pay attention. Give me more or less slack when I tell you to, okay?
You think there's a connection, don't you? Between my uncle and Ed Miller.
According to the forensics, your uncle died
Was murdered.
a little over a week ago. 9 days ago today, Miller tried to kill himself. We are talking pretty much the same day that Miller's car went over that cliff. And the jackass says he was riding with a girl and a baby that no one's ever heard of.
But firemen went down and didn't find anything.
We don't put out fires, and they don't find things. All right, go for it. I'm on the ground. I'm on clipping, all right?
Roger that, boss. I skipped the monthly dinner, Nick. No reason. I just didn't feel like it. I don't know why. Just didn't, you know. I just stayed home, watched some stupid show with Marcello. Maybe if I had gone.
None of what happened is your fault. The real culprit is out there, and we're going to find him. Okay?
Sure we will.
I get why you feel that way. And I have no idea how one gets rid of that feeling. However much time goes by. All I know is that it's pointless. It's like a busted pipe. The more you force it.
Nick, are you getting poetic on me now?
If that doesn't make you smile, I don't know what will.
Asshole. Nick. Nick, you there? I just what I said in the car. I'm sorry.
Adam. Are you getting poetic with me?
You asshole.
Adam, tell Harley to call forensics. We've got work for them.
No!
It's too early, John. I don't...
Do you even listen to me when I talk? Oh, God.
Next week.
Here we go again.
Next week.
There's no traffic now. You know how it gets? If we don't leave before sunrise, we don't get there until lunchtime. I mean, honestly.
Next week, we should leave at a reasonable time. The kids need their rest.
You're saying that as if I didn't care.
Not again, please.
I'm their father. Are you saying I don't care?
No one said that, John. No one.
Okay. You're not gonna win this fight. It's over.
Why am I telling you this?
It's important, Ed.
It's not just the money, is it? You shrinks are all addicted to other people's pain. You get off on it.
Tell me about your father, about his...
See, case in point.
Please.
Aunt Claire really loves you, huh? If she'd brought me all those books, I would have never left my room. What about the birthday cake she's making for you, huh? Come on. Let's see if you remember the ingredients we have to buy. Okay. I'll say one, and then you say one. Baking powder? Eggs?
No.
Flour?
Yes.
Butter?
Yes.
Molasses?
Yes.
Well, I've held up my side of the bargain. Somebody must be exhausted from all that listening. So, sandwich before going back home?
You know, you do know that what you told me is not how things really happened, right?
Addicts. That wasn't enough for you? You need a double dose of tragedy?
Look at the spiral, please.
You got me out of the hospital. You're a friend of Robert's. But you've just used up the last favor I owe you. So, next ones. Sandwich, car, road, bed. Got it?
I'm not going anywhere until you're better. You're 9. Your parents woke you up in the middle of the night to go on a trip. You fell asleep in the car. Your sister is next to you. You hear your parents, and gradually you wake up.
No.
You have several plastic figurines. Can you describe them to me?
There. They are from. Please, no. No.
Wake up, Eddie.
No.
Wake up.
No.
Wake up.
No.
Wake up.
No, damn it.
I can't do this anymore, John. I can't.
Do you even listen to me when I talk?
Next week.
What did you promise me,
Next week.
For richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death fucking do us part! God damn it!
Next week, I'm taking the kids, and I'm leaving. The sooner you get
To
it
be
in
with
your
him.
head.
Am I right?
Not again, please.
With Ginny's father. You seriously think I didn't know about that? That I don't know who he is?
There's nobody, John. Nobody.
You're not gonna tear this family apart. I'll tear it apart first.
Do you know why your mom decided to have Jenny?
I don't get it. She was just a little seed.
Do you go from San Francisco to Cerro Lake every weekend?
Mainly in the summertime. The house in San Francisco is really small. And Dad says his imagination doesn't fit inside, so it ends up jumping out the window.
Especially now that they've turned his office into Jenny's room, right? Before, you said your mother winked at you at that point, but actually, she only looked at you. Why?
She would do that sometimes.
Why did you forget the last look she gave you, Ed?
I don't know. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything.
Did you hurt your collarbone?
The doctor will say the seatbelt saved me, but it burnt my skin. She's asleep, isn't she?
You know she's not, Eddie.
She's crying. Jenny's crying. Is she okay?
You know she's not, Eddie. Before, you told me a blowout caused the accident.
Yep.
But you didn't hear anything, did you, Ed?
That's what Dad will tell the police.
Will your father keep drinking from that day until his last?
Aunt Claire won't let him.
Aunt Claire?
She'll come from San Bernardino to take care of us.
Do you still have that figurine?
I'll lose it. What happened?
Ed. All right, you have to know the truth. Your father did something that...
He's in rehab. You can't go in there.
What did you do, Miller?
Sheriff Reyes.
That's me. What the hell did you do? Dr. Lomas?
That's me.
Oh, sorry. I should... I have to talk to Mr. Miller. Could you wait outside just a minute?
I'm sorry to inconvenience you, but... Mr. Miller is my patient. Whatever you need to tell him, it will be in front of me.
I understand your predicament, Doctor. But it's serious. I wouldn't be asking you if...
I understand your predicament as well, Sheriff. You barged into my patient's room without permission. What's so urgent? As you know, Mr. Miller is unable to walk. I don't think he'll run off while you're waiting.
I know this might seem, irregular, but, if I could just...
I don't care what it looks like. I'm not leaving this room.
Doctor.
Please.
Dr. Lomas. I'll take care of this. Please.
Thank you.
Yeehaw!
You don't like me, I don't like you. Let's get to the point.
Okay, Miller. 27 years ago, on Brody Canyon Bridge, your family...
No. No.
And now the exact same thing happens. And I'm supposed to believe it? We searched the car. No sign of a certain Faye or a baby.
The police academy isn't what it used to be.
Convince me. I'm sure you have their pictures on your phone, right?
It was the first freaking thing I checked when I woke up. All deleted.
Sure. Describe her then. Height?
Average? 5'8".
Ethnicity?
Caucasian. Very fair skin.
Blonde, brunette?
Practically silver. Shoulder length. Straight.
Eye color?
Light. Green.
So, how did it all happen?
Here we go again. I was sleeping. Faye woke me up. Jenny had a slight fever.
Jenny?
My daughter.
Jenny.
We got dressed to take her to the hospital. We got in the car, and that's it.
That's it.
I told you, I don't remember.
Amnesia. Comes in handy sometimes, doesn't it? I suppose you know they ran some tests when you got to the hospital.
Huh. Enlighten me. What did they find?
Sedatives.
Do I look like someone who has trouble sleeping? I've been in bed for a week.
Antipsychotics.
I doubt that. Does Advil count?
Alcohol.
Yeah, right.
Well, according to the truck driver who saved you, you reeked of booze.
I hate this stuff. Can't even stand the smell.
Even an 18-year-old Durrell Special Reserve? It takes a lot of guts to commit suicide. Or maybe it takes the opposite. If that truck driver hadn't showed up, would you have done it?
No, I was getting down from the railing when he knocked me on the ground.
Had you met him before?
The truck driver? What are you suggesting? You had me confused for a minute there, Sheriff. I thought, how is this guy who's been out to get me since forever the only one who seems to believe Faye exists? But I get it now. I stopped counting the amount of times you pulled me over for a breath test. Now you finally have an excuse. You want to lock me up for a damn DUI? And if you can also peg involuntary manslaughter on me, all hail the sheriff.
You got me, kid. That's exactly right. Now that we're on the same page, go ahead and talk. You are good friends with the Franklins, aren't you?
What? What have they got to do with any of this?
Do you and Samuel Franklin go fishing a lot?
Is that a crime?
Huh. You barely have any friends. Him, I'd say he had, what, none?
I don't know. A few years ago, I went for a walk in the woods. He was fishing. I spooked his fish. He ended up showing me the ropes. We go down to the river every once in a while now. Or he just stops by when he's bored. Just your average boy meets old guy story.
How do you get along with Esther Franklin?
We were close when I was a kid, but that ended when I went to San Bernardino with Aunt Claire. When I came back about 9 years ago, we started to reconnect. She still cares about me, for some reason.
Do you have a gun permit?
I'm a writer. The pen is mightier than the sword and all that crap.
Then what's that Glock 19 doing in your glove compartment, huh?
What are you talking about? Are you messing with the little sanity I have left? All right. That's it. What's going on?
Mr. Franklin is missing. Samuel Franklin died from a bullet to the head. The same day, you almost killed yourself.
No. 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 No.
What if I handed it to him? With some excuse. To look at something. Maybe a picture of this Faye. What did he say she looked like? Too risky. He's right there. And it doesn't look like he's going anywhere. No. If Miller has seen any detective movies, he'll know what I'm trying to do. Especially being a writer. Miller.
What am I, Sheriff? A lunatic? A murderer?
Right now, you're just a suspect. We'll see what happens.
What about Esther? We have to find her.
A search party is all set for this afternoon. We'll find her.
And I can't even help. Fucking Vertigo.
Looks like he wasn't lying about this. There's something I want you to see. You could be a huge help. This was just sent to me. She was seen around the park. Is it Faye?
Those look like her eyes, but she was blonde.
Zoom in. Look at the details. Maybe she did something to her hair.
No. Sorry, but no. Hey, Sheriff. Find Esther.
By the way, we found your cap in the ravine.
What cap?
The one with the stars and stripes?
No. Please, stop. Thanks for what you did before. For confronting the sheriff.
You were my patient. That's part of my job.
I still am. Please help me. When the sheriff walked in, you were about to tell me something. Don't leave me hanging.
I'm still missing a piece of the puzzle. Just one. Give me that piece and I'll tell you everything without the fear of hurting you anymore. Before your childhood accident, days, maybe weeks earlier, if that's what I think it is, something your father told you about your mother, or the other way around. Something that made you take sides.
I think I might have something for you. I think, yeah. It was the weekend before the accident. I was completely obsessed with his sea shanty. Well, more than the actual shanty, I had a thing with his verse. I don't even know why.
What verse was it? What did it say?
I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Tomorrow you will get your pay, and it's time for life.
I would play the same verse over and over.
Why that particular verse?
I don't know. Maybe because it was Saturday, and I got my allowance on Sundays.
It's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't.
Special Agent Miller, I have an extremely important mission for you.
Dad, I was about to check on Jenny.
Relax, Agent Miller. The First Lady's on it. As you may well know, we're in the midst of a Cold War with our worst enemy.
But they said on TV that the Cold War was over.
That's exactly what our worst enemy wants us to believe. That darn KGB. Several of their agents have placed 3 nuclear bombs in one of our top secret submarine bases.
I'll go defuse them myself on my pirate ship, sir.
Nonsense. Only an agent with my experience and training can succeed under these circumstances.
But didn't you say you had a mission for me?
And I do, Special Agent Miller.
And that it was super important?
And it is, Special Agent Miller. How important do you think it is to protect the First Lady?
Extremely important, sir.
I couldn't have said it better myself. You're such a darn genius, Miller. You'll make a fine major. Nothing is more important than the First Lady.
And who are we protecting her from, sir?
That's what we need to find out. Precisely that. There's a double agent among us. A traitor. while I'm away on my mission at the top secret submarine base, and I deactivate 1, 2, even 3 bombs, you will become the First Lady's shadow. Follow her wherever she goes, but keep a low profile. Make sure to document any suspicious activity that might help us identify the traitor. And remember, it could be someone close to the First Lady.
Sir, yes, sir.
Good luck, future Major Miller. The country's in your hands.
Where's the other one?
It's okay, sweetie.
Lieutenant Flanagan, do you copy?
I do, sir, just like you ordered.
Do you have a visual of the presidential suite?
Loud and clear, sir.
Good. Let me know when she exits and heads towards the conference center. I can't risk her seeing me. Darn it, Flanagan. I told you to inform me if she left the presidential suite.
Oh, did she leave?
She's in the dining hall. Follow her and hide.
Claire, how are you? No, your brother just left to get groceries. Oh, she's just precious. Yes, she gets plenty of air. I'm making dinner now, but in about 15 minutes I'll take her outside and we'll go to the lookout by the lake. Yes, the lake that's by my house. How would that be dangerous? Don't worry, I won't let her get close to the railing. We'll just sit on a bench. Okay, I'll definitely tell him you called when he gets back.
Flanagan, I told you to search the presidential suite for microphones, didn't I? And so I did, sir. But there weren't any. Do me a favor. Schedule an appointment with the CIA eye doctor, will you? Yes, sir. For who? Just do it. I have a feeling things are about to get dirty around here. There's still something missing.
Jenny!
No!
My little sweet pea. Come on, sweetie. Time to wakey wakey. Who wants to go see the lake views? Come on, don't be a little sleepyhead. Or your Aunt Claire will never let us hear the end of it. You'll see. It's such a beautiful day out there. And when we get back, you'll have your bottle. You like that, don't you?
Close call. Sir, I scheduled that appointment with the eye doctor. Okay. Alright, good flanking. Yeah, always glad to help, sir. Not the sharpest tool in the shed. I swear, I don't know why certain people are even born. Are you following the First Lady, sir? Not yet. I need my camo helmet first, but I can't find it. Oh, I washed it for you, sir. I left it in the hangar. By the tanks and motorcycles. Flawless design brought to you by our chief engineer, Captain Samuel Franklin. Although, why is there no jungle camouflage on my jungle camouflage helmet, Flanagan? I removed it, sir. It was not aerodynamic, sir. Another great fix by our chief engineer, Captain Samuel Franklin. Any updates on the First Lady's position, Flanagan? She crossed the Yellow Flowers track, and she's now in the lookout. No, wait! Yes, sir? The double agent is manipulating the First Lady. She's setting us up. Sir? She stole a microchip from my safe and is accusing me of leaving it for the KGB to find, and the First Lady's buying it. Now, if that's not suspicious activity.
Well, and that's all, I guess. Shall we?
Lieutenant Flanagan, we have a new mission. A KGB agent has infiltrated the presidential palace with a single goal: to drive a wedge between the president and the first lady, putting an end to a vital, long-standing alliance. But we won't let the KGB get away with it. We will unmask the traitor and save our nation.
I know you found the missing figurine after all.
Mom will give it to me later. She'll be a bit angry.
You weren't obsessed with an entire verse, were you? Only with one sentence. Leave her, Johnny. Leave her.
Maybe.
Why don't you trust your sister, Jenny?
Because she takes up all of Mom's attention, and then she can't be with me or with Dad, and then Dad gets mad.
What did you think when the police officer arrived, Eddie?
That he was going to arrest someone for misbehaving. Yeah, or I don't know.
Why are you taking those pictures, Ed?
Because things just used to be better.
How did Jenny get a hold of that figurine?
Sometimes Dad sleeps in Mom and Dad's room in the morning or in the afternoon. And Mom comes and changes Jenny's diaper on my bed. So I go outside to play.
What did you think right there, Eddie?
That Jenny isn't bad. It's the police officer that's bad. What? It can't be that bad. So, you are going to tell me now, right?
You've been repressing and twisting your own memories since... Your father was not the person you remember. At some point, when you were little, he became obsessed. He got lost. He started drinking.
But why did I do it? Jenny.
Plenty of older brothers feel jealous of their siblings. It's normal. It would have passed.
It was all my fault.
No, it wasn't.
The picture, if I hadn't...
The same thing would have happened. Sooner or later, your dad would have found out. And instead of an accident, it would have been a slap, or a beating, or a push, or a knife.
And what good does knowing do me?
You've been carrying that guilt for years, building a prison of fake memories just to hide it. From yourself, from everyone. And it's been gnawing at you. But you need to let it go. Not today. Oh, Ed, you're the most loyal person I've ever met.
Doctor? It's Sheriff Reyes. Doctor, sorry to bother you this late, but...
A heads up would have been nice, you know.
I sent you a few messages on the way, but...
Ah, it was you. Why are you here? What do you want?
It's late, I know. We were looking for Esther Franklin until just now.
Did you find anything?
There's still hope. I'm sorry about this morning. And you know I don't want to put your career on the line, but... We both want to get to the bottom of Ed Miller's story. Why don't we help each other? There's a really pretty lookout near here. We could discuss this. I'm telling you, it's bad news. The gun, the bottle, his connection to the Franklins, the whole implausible story about the... Like I was saying, there are too many signs, huh? I'm not saying he's guilty, it's just... It's hard to see it any other way. Don't you think, Doctor?
There's one just like it in my favorite movie.
I can't say I'm a movie buff myself, no.
It's incredible to think that the tree was almost 600 years old here. That it died here, and that we've only been here about this much. Here, no, a year later, I was at a protest march. The police charged us. I fell.
LA, right? Did they crush you?
3 knee operations. What were you doing at the time?
I don't know. Patrol during the day to make a buck, study at night to be a sheriff.
I was born about here. You?
About the same.
What were you doing that day? Do you remember?
Sure. I woke up at 6:30, like I do every day. Turned on the radio while I shaved, and the second plane had just hit. I remember looking in the mirror, not recognizing myself, not my face, my hands, my bathroom. None of it.
I took care of people with similar symptoms during those weeks.
2016. I became sheriff.
Congratulations.
I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
2016. All right. I didn't know what I was getting myself into either.
Did you become sheriff too?
I fell in love.
Ah, damn. Of course. Sorry. I have to insist. I know Miller is hiding something. He's lying.
To lie, you have to be aware that you're lying.
Nice one. But Miller knows exactly what he's doing.
He only has trouble remembering certain things. Things that you do remember.
I don't understand.
Tell me about Maddie Miller, please.
Excuse me?
About your relationship with her. In the early 90s, you did a little more than just work and study to be sheriff.
How did you find out? Through Miller? How did he... Did Maddie tell him?
He saw you together, but buried that memory until today.
We were inseparable as kids. I spent more time at her house, the one you've been to, than my own. In high school, everyone thought we were dating. Then, she went to school in San Francisco. We'd meet up some weekends. Until, one summer, she came back arm in arm with John Miller. We didn't see each other for years. It would have been 5 or 6 when we ran into each other and started meeting. A coffee, a walk, dinner, a motel. Later, pregnant with Jenny, she distanced herself from me. I thought the girl had helped her marriage, that she was happy. Fucking happiness. She's a beautiful girl.
Isn't she? Beautiful and a bottomless pit. You'd gobble your mummy right up, wouldn't you? Thanks for coming after all this time. How have you been?
Work and school take up all my time.
I'm sorry. I didn't want Jenny to grow up in a broken home. Or Eddie.
I understood back then, and I still do. You owe it to your kids.
I felt guilty. John deserved a chance. I thought the baby... I was wrong.
Is he still drinking?
He's burying me alive.
What did he do? If he touched a single hair... Report him, and I'll make sure you get a restraining order.
I'm going to leave him. I'm gonna tell him next week.
Don't tell him anything. Get the kids, pack your bags, leave a note, and go.
I have to tell him. I can't just take his son away from him without at least... Jenny is yours. Take her.
She's got something in her hand.
Oh, get it, will you? Gently. Oh, Eddie. He leaves stuff everywhere. See? She has your eyes.
And he doesn't suspect anything?
Since the very beginning.
How do you know she's not...
John's? You've never tried to sleep with someone after you've downed a bottle of whiskey, have you?
Well...
What am I saying? You're ready for water after half a beer.
Come with me. The three of you.
Let's take it slowly. I can't risk custody.
That was the last time I saw them alive.
Was it you who found them?
I wanted to kill that son of a bitch, but he took that away from me too.
What went through your mind in that moment? Why did you move it away?
That's something I could only tell my psychiatrist.
Thanks.
Now, do you understand? John Miller was dangerous. His son is too. The same look in his eye. I'm worried about you.
I appreciate it, but I know how to take care of myself.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. Part of my job is worrying about others. I just meant... Hold on. You believe him?
About what?
Faye?
Yes.
No. You're certain Faye isn't the figment of a writer's, a psychopath's imagination?
I'm not interfering in your job, Sheriff. Don't interfere in mine. Throughout my career, I've met a great deal of psychopaths. And believe me, when I know someone, I really know them. If there is a psychopath in this story, it's not Ed Miller.
Aren't you a little too happy, Faye, considering how much that's gotta hurt? Faye has an interesting smile, odd even, but she doesn't seem to be in any pain. Look at poor Faye trying to smile despite the pain. What kind of maniac wouldn't feel sorry for her? Why are you looking at me that way, kitty? I stole your blanket, so now I'm the enemy, huh? Not yet. But one day, kitty. Ed? You there? Have you eaten? I'm hungry.
I can order something online.
Something? My favorite.
There might even be leftovers in the fridge.
Something left over? Even better. I'll check the fridge. Don't order anything, okay? One out of 5 on my list of things to make sure he delivers. But I'll need a more secure base of operations. This wine is delicious, Faye. Plus, you won't hear me say it out loud, but it's making all my blood flow down into a certain part of my body. Emilio Salgari, the son of the Red Corsair. 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 Nice to meet you, Mrs. Miller. You have no idea how inspiring it is to see you in that cheap-ass, slutty little outfit. Mr. Miller, what undertaker did you murder and steal that suit from? Finally, time to smile again. Someone looks pleased. Am I interrupting a special moment?
Huh?
Consider it my way of saying thank you. A toast?
My favorite one's missing. The son of the Black Corsair.
Emilio Salgari, right? Do you like Ed Miller? You know what? Me and that guy have history.
Huh. So, what kind of history?
The bad kind. One day, kitty. One day. Don't worry, sweetie. I'll be back. I promise.
Let's say I believe you. That Miller is innocent. Where do we go from here, and what other leads do we have?
Let's find out if Faye really exists. Or existed. I have the date she appeared and the name of the agency she may have rented a car from. Sound good?
Weren't you not going to interfere with my work?
Thanks for the night out, Sheriff.
Thanks for the night out, Doctor.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Oh, don't worry about her. Come up. My aunt just heard about the kind of therapy we're doing, and that it's not going too bad. She's never been a huge fan of shrinks, you know. She's kind of a sore loser, but she'll definitely get over it. Though she seemed pleased with you up until now.
Did you walk there from your bed by yourself? Or did she help you?
My aunt? No. I didn't do it alone, though. That's how you fix things. By offering to help me. Over and over again. But... But do I deserve that help? Huh? Do I deserve it? Don't I deserve to rot in jail? Or an insane asylum? Or maybe... Maybe I should have jumped off a bridge. I'm dangerous. It'd be better for everybody.
You're not dangerous, Ed. And yes, you deserve all the help I have to offer you.
The sheriff is out to get me. I don't blame him. Faye, Jenny, Samuel, Esther.
When they searched your car, no bodies were found. They might still be alive. Tell me all about Faye. Even the smallest details could help, all right?
Why don't we just get that spiral going and spare us my lies?
We need to know what you remember so we can understand why you forget.
After that one night together, she disappeared, like she'd never existed. Hello? No last name, no number, no message, no address. Just her wine glass. I'm not a clean freak or anything, but I felt like washing it right away. Funny, huh? As if it... blah.
Were you not expecting her to come back? Or wishing she wouldn't?
I've always been alone. It's my natural state. Since the beginning, I assumed she was like me. But something much better happened. Remember that thing I said about looking out the window, focusing on something and letting my fingers free write?
Yes, I believe the day you met Faye, you'd chosen... a flock of birds?
Uh-huh. Yeah, good memory. At least somebody around here doesn't need a spiral to remember things. Starting that day, I made it into a routine. Some days, something interesting would come out of it. Most others, nothing would. But I decided that my next book would be a collection of short stories or vignettes in the style of Bierce or Kafka.
New book? How is it coming?
I'll tell you later. A little over a month ago. About a year since Faye's first visit. I thought it was Samuel. We'd been playing a lot of chess, and we're supposed to pick up a game we'd started the night before. Knight to B6, Sam. You're still screwed.
What did you think when you saw her?
I didn't think it was her, just someone who looked like her. But it wasn't the case.
Her name is Jenny. She's your daughter.
It wasn't surprising to you that she had the same name as your sister?
Yes, it made everything even more odd. And so, guess what she told me, Doctor?
She asked you for money? For child support, maybe?
Not even close. She said she was sure I was the father, that it would have been unfair not to tell me, that she didn't need my help or my money, but if I recognized her as my daughter, I could be in her life.
And if you decide not to, it's fine. We'll leave right now and you'll never see us again. But call us a taxi, please.
You didn't call one, did you?
That one you got right. And so, I looked at Jenny. I guess it goes without saying that I've never felt emotional around babies. But she reminded me so much of my sister that, I don't know, I felt something. Of course, I didn't give Faye an answer. I was confused and I told her I needed time, to give me a few days. I said they could stay with me instead of at a motel.
You didn't let Faye and Jenny stay in the main house?
There's just my room there. About 10 years ago, when I moved back in, Aunt Claire started visiting me a lot. So I converted the old garage into a guest house. My aunt is better if kept at a safe distance.
After that first night, did anything ever happen again between you two?
No. I don't know. It was all so strange, as if we were suddenly 20 years older. It would have been hard for me to see her that way. Not to mention how efficient we were the first time.
Did Mommy go?
She never told you her last name?
No last name, no address. I would have told the police. I didn't ask her for her number either. She never left the house that whole time, and I guess we were past that stage by that point.
Did she tell you anything about her life?
Apparently, she was about to start a master's in something like what you did, I guess. But she had to hit the brakes because of her pregnancy. Only child, father a widower, pretty well off, pretty old, and hoping for grandkids.
Did Faye do anything strange? Anything that took you aback?
No. She spent the whole day with the baby, taking care of her, playing. It sounds dumb, but I was even a little jealous.
We're all dumb. Did she tell you why she disappeared that first night? Did she apologize?
No, and I didn't ask her to. You have any idea how many times I've done that?
I've got the gist of it. When you slept together the first night, she said she was on birth control, didn't she? Did you talk about it afterwards?
She was sure she hadn't skipped a single day. But, of course, no method is 100% effective.
A young girl, single, with an unwanted pregnancy. She didn't think about getting an abortion?
She told me that she was going to at first, but after a few days, I think I get it.
How long were they here?
I've been thinking back on it these days, and I'd say it was exactly 3 weeks. They got here on a Sunday, and as you know, they disappeared on a Sunday.
Are you okay? Do you want to take a break?
No. Anyway, the first 2 weeks felt good, but then things got warped. Like my head started to rebel. Like if it was pissed off that I was doing well.
Wake up, Eddie. Wake up. Why'd you do it, sweetie?
Mom? It was Dad. He meant to.
We're doomed because of you, sweetie. You're no better than him.
Was it a recurring nightmare?
Every night. Always the same message. And the days weren't much better. I'd wake up exhausted, couldn't focus on anything. For years I hadn't thought about them constantly. I hadn't relived their deaths over and over again until...
Ed! Ed! Ed!
Huh?
Jenny's temperature is 103.6.
Huh? There's a first aid kit in your bathroom cabinet. It should have everything. Did you check if there was any Advil?
She's a baby, Ed. Let's go to the hospital. Get dressed. I'm unlocking your car. I'll wait for you in there. Why'd you take so long?
I got the book, just in
This
case.
is not the time for books! Okay, sorry. I'm just stressed out. There. Oh, no.
I'll get them. Don't worry.
And that's it?
Until I woke up on the bridge. Yeah. It was like another one of my nightmares. It's clear as day that my car plunged down into the canyon, that the truck driver found me on the bridge. But what I remember seeing is my dad once again choosing to abandon me. I tried to reach him without him noticing me, but no! No! Well, we both know what I remember. Should we try what I forget?
Wake up, Eddie. Wake up. Why'd you do it, sweetie?
Focus on your sister's face, please. Is there anything unusual about it?
Her eyes, they're brown. They'd always been blue.
And do you remember what color Faye's baby's eyes are?
Brown.
Focus on your mother's face, please. Focus on her and tell me what you see.
She has Faye's face. But she's my mom.
Do you remember what time you went to bed that night?
Around 11? Very early for me, but I was exhausted.
Can you see anything unusual outside?
No, there's nothing weird.
The moon, the stars, the lake, everything's normal. Nothing missing or extra.
Nothing.
Are those the clothes you were wearing that day?
Yes,
The exact same ones?
the exact same ones.
Is there anything odd about the bathroom? Anything out of place?
No, everything is normal.
Are you sure those tire marks were made by your car?
Could be.
Next to the marks, are there any footprints?
No, the ground is really dry.
Can you make out your father's features?
He's really far away.
Focus on your feelings, on your body.
It's weird. I'm exhausted and at the same time full of energy. My head hurts. My neck, my eyes feel heavy and tired.
Do you recognize your father, his face?
His back is to me.
And his body?
He looks a little shorter. So? So? What did I tell you? Doctor, you're scaring me. Julia?
When we dream, we lose some of the details. We see certain things extremely clearly, but the rest tend to be out of focus. You remember very concrete details, including the exact time down to the minute. Doing the math, the first time you dreamt about your mother, you should have been in stage 2 of NREM sleep. The probability of dreaming during that phase is minimal.
Am I supposed to be understanding something of all that?